Welcome back, guys, to the crew cab build. Today we're going to be putting a new distributor in the motor. Show you how to kind of do that, which y'all probably know how to put a distributor in the motor, but we'll show you kind of what we've done to get to that point, and then we'll put on probably the throttle body. We'll probably throw it on there just to throw it on to keep everything together. We're also going to change the cruise control vacuum module thing. We're going to change that out where I broke it, and then we'll probably end up we'll put the valve cover and stuff back on, all that good stuff. So stay with us, guys, if you want to check that out, and thank you guys for coming back and checking out the videos. Let's get at it. Back up here in the garage at the one-stop shop for all your Chevrolet truck needs. We ended up on this big block here. We got this distributor sitting in it, but it's the old distributor that was in it. I'll show you kind of what we did here. Get this valve cover off. We turned the motor over until we got the number 1 piston here up. The rockers are both loose, and it's on the compression. I watched it come around to the compression stroke. Here it's setting on 0. That line there is the bigger spot right here is your 0 mark. So we got it on 0. Now this motor came out of a motorhome, so it has this timing mark here, and then it's got one down here on the bottom, because in the motorhome you can't see this one, so they put one on the bottom here too, which is kind of weird. I don't know how they figure that out, but we got number 1 up. I took my plug out and checked to make sure, and I just stuck the old distributor down in here to get it timed. I'll take the cap off so you all can see here the rotor button. The rotor button here is pointing to number 1, as you can see, and we're gonna take this out and put a new distributor in it. And then I have here this gasket right here that you see. Bought a new one too. This is for your throttle body gasket. Goes like that there. I just got a rag stuck down in here because I don't want nothing down into the intake. But I'll show you the distributor. This is the new gasket for the throttle body. It's a Felpro. Sit there, Felpro gasket, and it's for throttle body mounting. Chevrolet truck V8 366 427 454 91 to 95 truck, and we had 91. But distributor here, brand new distributor. It's not remanned or nothing like that. Just a cheapo distributor. Got your little gasket here for the what is that gasket? Keep the oil from coming up out of there. It's just like a distributor seal. There's your cog, and that's where your oil pump goes into. But for I think 80 bucks, 88 bucks or something like that is what I gave for that. It comes with these newer trucks. Has this module right here. It comes with that already installed. It's got a module in the actual the shaft. I'll show you that. Well, I'll show you that on the old one. But it's got the cap and the rotor button. Now I went ahead and bought a cap and rotor button for my old motor. So now I got an extra cap and rotor button. But on this distributor, you can see the module there is the black. Let me get the light here. This here, which is, you can turn this junk. But this module comes with that new distributor, and then right here is another little module. And the only way you can replace this one is you got to take the shaft completely out and to replace that. This one's just got the 2 screws. But as you can see, I'm turning this and the rudder button's not moving. But we're gonna put that new distributor in there, and as you can see, I can't take the rotor button off this one. It's not shot. I mean, this one is the one that came out of the motor that was originally in my truck. It ran it. It's just really rough looking, so that's why I went ahead and decided I'd buy a new one, because it's really tight back in there to get one of these out. Because I replaced one of these on my 1995 Chevrolet on the side of the road because this module went out. I thought it was this one, replaced it, still wouldn't start. It's got a coil sitting right here on my other truck, replaced it, it didn't start. So the only other thing was this. I wasn't getting fire, I was getting fuel, but wasn't getting fire. So I took this out on the side of the road, tried to take it apart on my other truck. I'll pull this out and show you here. I tried to take it apart on my other truck. You got to beat that little hole right there. That's a little pin. You got to beat that out and then pull your hose shaft and everything out to replace this. But ended up breaking it, so I just went ahead and bought a new distributor. But we're gonna go ahead and put the new distributor in this motor, lock it down where it won't move, and then we'll get back at you. But here you go. You can see the difference between the new and the old. How much, you know, it's a lot better, so it should run this truck a lot more. Now this module here on this one is still good, it still works, so we're going to take this off and keep it, or leave it on this the hose shaft of the distributor and keep it, because those modules like to go out and they're not cheap. It's kind of wild because you can buy a hose distributor for not much more money than just buying modules for this. But we're going to go ahead and stick this in. And what we're going to do first is just kind of ease it down in there. And I know a lot of people probably like, well, you need to put some oil on that shaft. It'll be alright. Now this module on these trucks, they got a point to the back of the firewall like this, and you can move it around after you get it in the truck, just get it set right. But we'll turn, we got it set down in here a little bit, and we're going to turn this rotor button as it goes down. Get the teeth in just right. You can see here down at the very bottom that it's almost engaged. It's all the way down. There you go. It's set all the way down in there, and your rotor button is pointing towards number one cylinder. So that's where that goes, and we'll go ahead and lock it down. And probably what I'll do is end up moving this around long ways where I won't break nothing on it, because the chain point is right here, and I can loosen it back up once I get it in the truck and turn this part of the base around. That's not going to move your rotor button none, but that's what I'll probably end up doing, is locking it down right here like that where I won't break nothing. And then once we get it in the truck and everything, I can loosen this back up and move it around. But that's how you put a distributor in it. Alright, we got the valve cover back on it. We ended up just sticking the throttle body on it here, just for safekeeping and keeping stuff out of the intake. We did have that rag down in it. Got the cap on top of the distributor, which is just the old cap, just kind of setting it on there for right now. But we ended up switching. This is your cruise control vacuum module. My old one, I broke one of these tips off right here trying to get it out, because I took the head off of my old motor in the truck and broke one of those off. But this come off the motorhome. Hopefully it's the same kind of deal. But that's the situation right now, and that's where we're going to end this video today. So as always, thanks for watching the video here of the crew cab build. Slowly but surely we're getting it each week. We're getting a little better and a little further along. Hopefully the next video we might see us putting the water pump on, some of the front accessories, and then possibly sticking it down into the truck. So thanks for watching, guys, and if you like this little series and little build episodes, just drop down there and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video, guys.